Sara is a young girl who lives in a small city. She is 20 years old and studies at college. Sara likes many things. She likes reading books, drinking coffee, watching videos. But Sara has one big habit. She always uses her phone. One morning, something strange happened. Sara woke up and reached for her phone, but the phone was not there. She looked under her pillow. Nothing. She looked on the table. Nothing. She checked her bag. Still nothing. Sara felt worried. "My phone is missing," she said. She started to search everywhere in her room. She looked under the bed. She checked inside her books. She even looked in the kitchen. But the phone was gone. Sara felt nervous. "How will I talk to my friends?" she thought. Sara did not know what to do, but she looked at the clock on the wall. It was already 8 o'clock. "I must get ready for college," she said. Sara got dressed and ate breakfast with her mother. Normally, Sara watches videos while eating, but today she did not have a phone. So she talked with her mother. After breakfast, Sara walked outside.
Hi, sweetie. Have fun.
I will. Love you.
Love you too.
The morning air was fresh. Usually she walks while looking at her phone, but today she looked around. She saw birds in the trees. She saw children going to school. She saw an old man watering plants. Sara smiled. The world is beautiful, she thought. At the bus stop, she waited quietly. A girl next to her was also waiting. Normally, Sara would look at her phone, but today she started a conversation. "Hello," Sara said. The girl smiled. "Hello." They talked about college. They talked about classes. Soon the bus arrived. Sara felt happy. She made a new friend. She sits in the bus. She looks outside from the window. Everyone are happy, she thought. She feels happy with friends. She enters in her classroom.
And that's why the water cycle is so important.
At college, Sara listened
can anyone tell me the
carefully to
three
her
main stages?
teacher. Usually, she checks messages in class. But today she had no phone, so she focused on learning. She understood the lesson better.
Great work, Sara.
Her teacher even said, "Good job, Sara." Sara felt proud.
Hey, Sara.
Hi, see you at lunch.
Hi, Sara.
At lunchtime, she sat with her friends. They laughed and talked together. Sara noticed something. Her friends were all looking at their phones. They were very quiet. Sara looked at them and smiled. "Let's talk," she said. Her friends laughed. Soon they started telling stories and jokes. Everyone was smiling. After lunch, she'd take her tray. Then she walks in the garden and admiring the flowers.
Wow, these flowers are so beautiful. This yellow one smells so sweet.
Then she meets a new friend. Then she walks with him for minutes.
Bye, Alex. See you tomorrow.
You too, Sara.
After college, Sara walked home slowly. She watched the sunset. The sky was orange and pink. It was very beautiful. On the way to her home, she looks at the park where children were playing happily, seeing them happy. Sara also became happy. She stands there for minutes. Then she walked toward her home happily. When she reached home, Sara saw something on her desk. Her phone. It was there the whole time. Sara picked it up. She looked at the screen. Many messages were waiting, but she did not open them. Instead, she put the phone down. Sara smiled. Today was a good day, she said. A day without a phone. Sara sat down on the chair near her desk. She felt calm. She took a deep breath. Then she looked out of the window. The sky was beautiful. The sunset was orange and pink. Soft light filled the room. Sara watched the sky quietly. She started thinking about her day. Sara stood up and walked to the living room. Her mother was sitting on the sofa. They sat together and talked for a while. Sara told her mother about her day. Her mother listened carefully. The house felt warm and peaceful. After some time, Sara returned to her room. She sat on her bed and picked up a book. She started reading quietly. Outside the window, birds were singing. The evening air was calm. Sara listened to the soft sounds outside. Sara looked back at her desk. Her phone was still there, but she did not touch it. Instead, she continued reading her book. After some time, Sara closed her book. She placed it on the table. Then she stood up and turned off the light. The room became quiet. Moonlight came through the window. Sara lay down in her bed. She pulled the blanket over herself. She closed her eyes slowly. Sara smiled. Today was a good day, she said. A day without a phone.